Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another TechnoLive. Welcome back to, our new schedule where we'll be doing streams every Tuesday, and just Tuesdays now. No, none of this Thursday malarkey, just Tuesdays. In any case, we're having a little bit of a special one today because I am joined by none other than my counterpart, Dang? Sorry. Dan from Vanger, not Dang from Vanger. How are you, Dan?
I'm very well, Jack. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Excellent.
We've got a nice little one planned for you today because today's a very special celebration. Actually, there's two celebrations, and they're both yesterday. I only found out about the second one. Apparently, it's Welsh Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is.
See, I never knew about that because I'm a disgrace to the country I live in, but still. And yeah, there's another activity that was, there's another celebration that was on yesterday, and that was Burns Night, which is a Scottish celebration, and I'm much more familiar with that. So, before we get to it, just a reminder to everyone out there, we do have a website that you can visit that's got all the resources. Got a hello in chat. Nice to see people tuning up. So remember, you can always go to bit.ly/Techno Clubs, where you can find all of our live streams and all of our resources, and also our code clubs, our Techno Clubs. And on that website, you can find out more about them. We've got Techno Club Monday, Techno Club Wednesday, Techno Club Friday. It's all on that website. And you may be wondering what they're doing. Well, this week, on Monday, I did a little bit of Minecraft education. Tuesday, we've got our thing. Wednesday, Dan is doing a bit of Game Fruit. So,
absolutely.
If you're in Dan's club, look forward to that. As we are on the new schedule, nothing on Thursday, and then Friday we've got the Friday Club. Anyway, that's enough bit of admin. We should probably talk about what we're doing. And what we're doing, well, first of all, welcome to Minecraft Education Edition. And I thought today we would program together a Minecraft Burns Night themed RPG. And so an RPG is a special type of game where you've got quests, you've got story, you're playing as a character. You've got examples like Fallout, Skyrim. There's a nice one out there called Evershade. Hello, Dan. He's on screen now.
Hello.
We're going to do that, but in Minecraft. So, we've got Dan here. Dan is going to be our player because we're game designers. We're going to be designing a game for Dan to play. And
excellent.
This world will be up on the website when I finished with it. But in the meantime, let's get started, shall we?
Sounds excellent. Let's start.
Okay, so welcome to the map, which is a lovely Scottish castle on a loch, and it's a dark, stormy night. And the first thing we do, I didn't realise I was flying. The first thing we do is we come up and speak to the steward, and the steward's going to ask, "You're finally here. The chieftain is meant to be starting the ceremony soon, but he's being despondent. Would you have a word with him?" And that starts a quest. And that quest is called Old Lang Syne. Talk to the chieftain and find out why he is sad. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to program a sort of quest giving system. A way we can tell the user, the player, what to do next. So Dan, if you'd like to go ahead and open up your code builder.
Absolutely. Let's do that. There we go. I've got it opened up.
I'm going to open it for myself. And we're going to start with a new project, of course.
Absolutely.
And I haven't given a name to this game. It could be whatever you like. The Scottish RPG, or some kind of pun based on Macbeth, maybe. I don't know. Let's just call this RPG because of being boring. RPG.
There we are. I am all set up.
So it gives you 2 blank blocks. We can just delete those for now. So a lot of the time we use the co-builder to do lots of stuff with the agent and things like that. We're not really touching much on the agent today. We're just getting the a quest-based system. So you can set a quest and you can complete a quest and you can say move on to the next quest and so on. And the first quest is a nice simple one. It's just to visit the chieftain. So the way we are going to do that is we are going to have each quest be a function. Now a function is a little piece of code that can be called at any time. We can say execute this function now or execute this function in 12 minutes. And to find that, it's on the left hand panel. And where it says advanced, you can click advanced and scroll down even further, and it's called functions. And in the functions tab, you have an option to make a new function. And here you can give it a name. And just by clicking in the text box, I'm going to call this something like run quest 1. Click done.
There we go. Okay.
Marvellous. And basically any bit of code we put in here is going to sort of represent our first quest.
Excellent.
And the first thing I like to do is I like to go to the gameplay tab and in the gameplay tab there is this block called show nearest player title subtitle.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, I should mention this probably only works in a single player map, because in a single player map you've got all the full permissions, whereas if you're playing this multiplayer you might not have all the permissions. But we've got show nearest player title subtitle. Well, because you're writing this code for yourself, Dan,
yeah,
we need to use this drop down arrow to change it to yourself.
I see. Okay.
Because
well, makes sense.
yeah, because it's really hard to sort of share Minecraft code. It's easier if you just sort of program it for yourself.
Yes.
And we could give this, in this block we're going to give our quest a name and a little bit of instructions. So I call this one Old Lang Syne, which is a famous song, but it's also got a deeper meaning to it. And in the subtitle section we're going to give the quest instructions. And the instructions for this is going to be something like visit the chieftain. I can't spell. Visit the chieftain to find out why he is sad. And that's the instructions for the quest.
I too can't spell.
Chieftain is such an awful word to spell. Because is it E-I-F or is it T? I don't know. It's not essential. You know, we're just building the game from the start, so we can include mistakes like that and just fix them when it comes to getting closer to releasing a game, maybe. Anyway, we need to actually run this bit of code. We need to run this run quest 1 function. And we need this to run when an NPC talks to us.
Okay.
Which gets a little tricky. So the easiest way I found to do it because it's not really an easy, simple way of getting an NPC to talk to the code in the code builder. They're kind of two separate systems. So the way I found to do it was go to Player, and in the Player menu at the bottom, there's an OnTell Command event.
I have that.
What this block does is whenever someone tells you something, whenever someone uses the the /tell command, it whispers a private message between players.
Yes, I saw that come up when I was talking to the first NPC here, the steward.
So we set that NPC to whisper something secret to you. And it's going to be a phrase, and that phrase is going to trigger the quest. And so you could make the phrase very complex and something like, just quest 1. But the trouble is the user can see this text. Oh, okay, that's... excuse me a moment, I've got a delivery. Sorry.
That's no problem. So while Jack is gone, if anybody does have any questions about what we're doing so far, feel free to post them up in the live chat. Jack and I are always happy to answer questions. So feel free to post them in the live chat, and we will do our best to help you. If you have any Minecraft-related questions or want to know more about what we're doing today, feel free to ask as many questions as you like. We are here to help if you need us.
I'm so sorry about that. It scared the living daylights out of me.
I wondered what the loud banging was that suddenly just emerged.
Oh, that's the problem with everyone working from home at the moment. You never know when you're going to get a sudden delivery. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, as I was saying, this bit of text that we're putting in this OnTell command, the user can see it. So the problem with the user being able to see it is, it needs to be kind of nice looking. So I'm going to actually change the text here to be quest started, and then the name of the quest.
That sounds good.
So when the NPC whispers it to you, you can see it up in the left, and it looks like a proper piece of text, not not something that looks too technical. Quest started, Old Lang Syne. And we're actually going to need this piece of text because the NPC needs to say that exact thing to you. So I'm going to actually copy that so I can get the spelling and the capitals perfect. I'm actually going to properly copy it. We'll just click. And inside this OnTell command, we need to actually call the run quest 1 function. So scroll down on the list to functions, and from functions you can find the call run quest 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we've got a run quest function where we show the quest title, and then we say when an NPC chats to us, we can run the quest 1. And let's click play. Oh, there's my agent. We'll just ignore the agents for today. I mean, you can kill them or get them out of the way, but they just stay around, I mean, we could leave them in the stable, couldn't we? As if they are our horses.
I mean, we could do.
Yeah, tell you what, I'll do that. /summon agent. Bye, agent. Have fun in the stable. Anyway, whilst you're doing that, Dan, I'm going to show everyone how we can actually get the agent to trigger that quest. Sorry, not the agent. What am I talking about? The NPC. So, just for clarity, I'm going to, wrong button, make a new NPC. So we go into the inventory and we find a mob egg. And the mob egg we want is the spawn NPC egg. And if you try it and nothing happens, it means you don't have world builder permissions. So to get world builder permissions, I'm going to go to the chat. I'm going to type /WB. And that toggles world builder on or off. So at the moment it says world builder status updated to true. Means I can make a new NPC. And we can edit the dialogue. We can put in some hello, welcome to such and such. Or if we go to advanced settings, we can add a command. And we can decide whether this command happens when we press a button, when we first talk to the NPC, or when we end talking to the NPC. I'm going to keep it to the end, when we leave the NPC. And the command we're going to use is as follows: /tell at P, which stands for nearest player, so at P. And the thing we're going to tell is the thing that we put in that OnTell Command block, which was I can't paste it. Oh, crumbs. I'll just have to remember it. It's good to write these ones down because it does need to be exact. And I believe it was quest started : Old Lang Syne. And it does need to be exact. The same capitals, the same spaces, and so on. Okay. Now, to test this out, I need to make sure that the code is running. So I'm back in the code builder and I'm going to click the play button. And I need to talk to the NPC. So to talk to the NPC, I need to get out of world builder mode. So /WB again. And now when I talk to the NPC says their bit of text, and when I leave, when I press escape or press this cross here, it starts this quest. Old Lang Syne, visit the chieftain to find out why he is sad. And we can see in the top left, it's disappeared now, but here it is in the chat menu. NPC whispers to you, quest started, Old Lang Syne. And that's how we triggered that.
And I've got that working as well.
Marvellous. So we'll start the quest by talking to the steward. I did set up a couple of NPCs to start off with, just to make things faster for us. So this was to us quest 1, which isn't the same. And it's to go talk to the chieftain. So let's go talk to the chieftain. This is your game now, Dan, so have a little explore. See what people are saying.
Let's have a quick look. Right, so what have we got here? I've got someone here saying that one of the NPCs is telling me that haggis is made out of sheep guts. It is absolutely. If you wanted to be a little bit more derogatory with it, it is absolutely. What else have we got here? I can see a little bit more going on about. Yes, haggis, neeps, and tatties.
Yeah, when designing games, it's nice to have sort of groups of people talking together. Adds a lot of kind of opportunity to really build the world up.
I'm seeing something here, and forgive me for the pronunciation. Clouty dumpling.
Oh, Cluty dumpling.
Cluty dumpling.
Cluty dumpling is absolutely delicious. I made one yesterday for Burns Night. And basically, it's load of fruit and it's like a fruit cake. It's really fatty, and to get it to cook, you have to boil it for 4 hours.
Ah, I see. Wow, 4 hours.
And you boil it in a cloth, and that cloth, the Scots word for cloth is clwt. So.
Oh right. Oh yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, we're at the chieftain, and this is where the chieftain's going to give us a new quest. And at the moment, the chieftain doesn't have anything programmed. All they've got is some text. We've got sigh. Ach well, it's the last rabby bun supper I'll ever see in these walls. Now I'll have to up and sell it for rubble. Apologies to anyone who I've offended with that accent. But yeah, the chieftain is selling the castle for some reason. And we've got a button here to say ask why. But that button doesn't do anything. So let's go into world builder mode again. So /WB. And see what the button's doing. So advanced settings. So I've got two buttons here. Let me just clear these. We'll start again from scratch. So to start a kind of conversation, you can't change the dialogue of an NPC after the NPC has been spoken to. You can't change that using the code builder. So we kind of have to fake dialogue in a different way.
Okay.
And we're going to do that using the say command. And the say command is a / command. So let's go add command in the NPC. And we're going to do /say and then space and whatever we want to say. And this is going to be the chieftain's reply. And of course, it's your own story. You can put what you like. But before we write that reply, we need to make it a button. So if we go click on button mode, it gives us a little text box underneath. And what this means is this will only execute when you press the button. And we need to put the name of the button here. So you might have a button for saying ask why, or you might have a button for saying get on with it. You know, you can have lots of different dialogue options here. So let's have one of the dialogue options be ask why. And this will prompt the chieftain to reply. And the chieftain might say, I don't know, I'm making up the story as I go along. Well, I'm the last of my clan. We used to own the whole glen, but now I'm selling it. And that will appear up in the top left, and it'll be a nice little thing. It'll say this piece of text in the top left as if it's come through chat. But let's spice this up a little bit. Let's make it stand out some more. So I'm going to move the cursor to before the text, but after the /say. And believe it or not, in Minecraft there are some formatting codes. And the formatting codes let you do different colours. So you could have your text be bold, you could have your text be italic, you could have it be pink, you could have it be yellow, you could have it all sorts. And to the formatting code to make those colours happen is a very special symbol called the section sign. And you can't find it on a keyboard. So the easiest way, if I Alt-Tab, if you're on Windows, there's something called the character map. On Mac, it's called emojis and symbols. And on other devices, you might need to Google it. And you just Google the name section sign. And I'm just going to select that and copy it. And then when I go back into Minecraft, if I paste it, so it's pasted the section sign and put a number after it, like 6, it changes the colour. 2 changes it to green, 3 changes it to blue, 4 is red, 5 is purple, 6 is gold. My favourite one is section sign K, where it turns it into gibberish.
Excellent.
But let's just stick it to coloured 6 now. So that's just our first bit of dialogue. Let's test it out. Let's go out of World Builder. Let's talk to the chief. Say, well, it's last Grabby Burns. Yeah. Let's ask why. And then up in the top left it says...
It seems to have updated it with my own dialogue. I do apologise, Jack.
No worries. That's what happens when both of us are trying to edit at the same time.
Edit at the same time.
That's still useful. But, yeah. Okay, so we want the chieftain to advance the quest. And here's where it's a little bit of personal decision for yourself. So, what makes a really good RPG is player choice. And now we're going to give the player a choice to either start the Burns Night celebrations now, or to go investigate the cause of why the chief is sad. So because we're quite pressed for time, I'm just going to kind of write the ghost of where you could have this player choice. But in fact, we'll just program one of the paths through the game for now.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to go back into advanced settings. We're going to add a command for one of the other buttons. And this button might be asking, why are you sad? Or it might be, something like that. And here we would get the chieftain to do a /tell command, again, like we did with the steward out front. And that command would be to, for example, start quest 1.2 or quest 5 or quest whatever. So /tell at P for nearest player, and then the code for whatever the quest is. So we could have quest started new tech. I'm not going to program the quest called new tech because we're only going to do one path. And if we add a command, it's this command here that is going to run the quest that we are going to follow. So we're going to click button mode to make it a button again. And this dialog option is going to be, start ceremony. And in here, we're going to have the chieftain /tell the player, so at P. What's the word? Quest started. Paint, tripe, and Ferrum. If you have visited a Burns Night, you'll recognise those words because you're meant to address the haggis before you cut it open and eat it.
I see.
Have you ever seen a Burns Night, Dan?
I haven't seen a Burns Night personally, no.
No, when the world's back to normal, you'll have to. It's an excellent experience.
It sounds it. I must admit, I've only had the experience of trying haggis once as well, actually.
Was it...
Did
you enjoy it?
I can tell you that it was memorable. Maybe that will...
To all those out there who've had haggis before and hated it, I can really recommend the vegetarian versions they make now, because the vegetarian versions are much nicer, at least according to people I've spoken to.
Interesting.
Anyway, this is going to be the quest that we're following. We're following the Paint, Tripe and Therm quest. So I can exit out of the captain, and we can actually go into the code builder and write the code that will trigger, well, that will cause this quest. So what's going to happen is, after you speak to the chief, you're going to get dizzy, black out, and wake up in a bed somewhere. Because what's happened is some evil spirit force has kind of interrupted Burns Night. And because this is going to be a fantasy RPG, we're going to bring in lots of Scottish folklore, which is all about fairies and kelpies and all sorts of mythical creatures. And that's what the story's going to be about.
Okay.
So I'm going to open the code builder. And we've got quest 1. We now need to run quest 2. So let's go functions, and we're going to make a function. And we're going to call this run quest 2. And click done. And we're not going to have the big text across the screen this time, because this is going to be a sort of secret quest. It's going to sneak up on you. You're not going to know that you've started the quest.
Ah, okay.
But
add to the elements of mystery.
Yeah. But what you do need to know, once you have done it, is you have completed the you've completed the speak to the chieftain quest.
Yes, of course.
So first thing we're going to do with this quest is we're going to tell the player that they have completed the they've completed that quest. So we could do that with a say block. That's a nice, useful one to do it with. Remember, for those who are not familiar with how Minecraft works, say says to everyone that you're in a multiplayer game with. Tell says to just one person. But as this is going to be kind of a single player RPG, we can use say, and it's not really much of a problem. So the first thing we're going to say, remember we can use the section sign to make it interesting formatting, so I've just pasted it in there. Let's go 3. I think that's blue. And in this we could say quest completed Old Lang Syne, which is the last quest. After that, we need to start making the player dizzy. So we're going to go into player and find it's not in the player panel, and I was lying. It's actually in, is it the mobs panel? Yes, it is the mobs panel. And in the mobs panel, there is this apply effect to nearest player duration amplifier. I'm going to use that. And here, we've got a load of options for, what's the words? Potion effects. So we've got speed, slowness, haste, mining fatigue, strength, jump boost, nausea. Because this is going to be the player kind of blacking out and being nauseous, we're going to use the nausea. It's going to not apply to the nearest player, but instead yourself.
Yes.
And this is the duration in seconds. We don't want it to last too long, so let's say 3 seconds. We also want to apply another effect. Let's go back into mobs and let's go apply. We use the drop down arrow and we're going to apply the blindness effect to yourself, and we're going to have it run for the same amount of... Actually, we're going to have this run longer. let's have this run 6 seconds. So that when blindness ends, you kind of wake up, so to say. So between the blindness starting and the blindness ending, we need to teleport the player. And before we do that, there's a small wrinkle. If we teleport the player right now, then the player will teleport before all the effects happen.
Which wouldn't be ideal.
No, it would happen at the same time as all the effects starting, which kind of ruins the sense of story. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to loops, and we're going to pause for a couple of milliseconds. So pause, milliseconds. Remember, a millisecond is 1,000th of a second. So we're going to change that to be 3,000, because that's going to be 3 seconds. Notice it matches the same length of time as the nausea lasts. So technically what's going to happen here is the nausea will happen for 3 seconds. And the blindness will start. Then we wait. Then we teleport. So let's do the teleport next. Let's go player. And we're going to use the teleport to command. And we'll see here that it's got squiggly 0, squiggly 0, squiggly 0. These are relative positions. That means if I put 10 in here, it means you'll teleport 10 blocks up and you'll be on the roof. We don't want that. We want to go to an absolute position. We want to go to a world position. I said that very American then for some reason. World. So, if you just stick around there, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to go for a little explore in the castle, and we're going to find a place to have the player wake up.
Excellent. I will stick around.
Let's have the player wake up in this little bedroom. And I need to find the position here. So the easiest way to do that on the Education Edition is to go Escape. Ooh. Then Settings. Then scroll down to where it says Show Coordinates. So I've ticked that to enable it. And now in the top left it shows me my coordinates and also my agent's coordinates. So I'm going to write these down on a piece of paper because I can never remember them.
I can confirm that they are also on my screen as well now.
Oh, it does that for everyone, does it? That's very useful to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, I've realised that my pens are on the other side of the room and my headphone cable isn't long enough. Tell you what, I'll write I'll write them in chat, and then you can tell them back to me. So it's
okay, excellent.
I can't even see them. -1342 74.
I believe it's 74 minus 536, I think.
Marvellous. That's in chat now then. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I don't know why I'm going back here because it's all in the code builder, so I could have done it anywhere, but we're back in front of the chieftain. And we need to get that position into this teleport to command. So this one, we don't want this one. This is a relative position. We want a world position. So I'm going to go to positions. And the one, I'm going to grab the one that says world. And I'm going to pop it in there. And it takes over. And now we can put in whatever was in chat, which was -1342, was it?
It was, let's have a quick check here. -1342 74 -536.
Well, let's hope that's right. Otherwise, the player's going to find themselves miles up in the air with nowhere to go. Okay, so that's going to sort all that out. And that's all we need for that bit, really. That's just a simple, thing that we're just adding on. So what we're going to do next is we need to actually get this function to run. So we're going to need another OnTell command. So back into player, down to the bottom of player where it says OnTell command. Let's put it down there. And remember, this is what the chieftain says to the NPC says to the player. The chieftain says, quest started, paint tripe therm. Remember that, again, all the capitals need to be the same, all the punctuation needs to be same, it needs to be identical. So let's hope I've got that right. And of course, you'll need to do we need to actually run the run quest to function. Oh, messing it all up now. So let's go functions, and we can call run quest 2. Let's click play and see if that works. Let's go back into world builder is turned off. Let's talk to the chieftain. Let's start the ceremony. I mean, you could add some text in there, the chieftain says something back, but we're just adding the effects for now. So start ceremony. Why has that started that quest?
Has it started a different quest?
It started the wrong quest. Have I got the spelling correct? Yeah, page tripe therm. What's going on?
We seem to have started a
quest French tripe therm. Run quest 2. Run quest 2. Quest completed. That's running quest 1. Why is it running quest 1? Ooh.
Looks like we'll have to do some debugging.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what the chieftain has in his code. Tell at p quest started paint tripe therm, and that's on start ceremony. That's all fine. And then we've got OnTell Command Old Lang Syne. Quest starting, that runs quest 1. Paint tripe therm. I've spelt the quest right. I hope. And yet it's still running quest 1. That is very unusual. And that's definitely run quest 2. Okay, let's just try that again. You know what? I think. I don't think this is a. I don't think this is an us bug. I think this is a bug with the game. Because it's definitely. It's definitely calling this. OnTell command quest started Old Lang Syne.
To me, it said NPC whispers to you quest started, and then the paint tripe therm.
Yeah, but it's running this. It's running the other tell command. Tell you what, I'm just going to change this tell command to be complete gibberish.
And we'll see if that has an effect.
Yeah, I wonder if, rather than comparing the text word for word, I'm wondering if internally, inside the actual game engine, it's doing a if contains.
Quite possibly.
Because both of these contained the phrase quest started, rather than is it exactly. Let's try it. If I find out after the stream, I'll put it on the website and in the comments. See if that fixes it. Start ceremony. Oh, yes, it works. The blindness has kicked in. The nausea has, and I've teleported.
I will try the same.
And there's a slight... The nausea could have been more effective. But it did say quest completed Old Lang Syne. So, yeah, I think that was the issue. I think because both of the OnTell commands had quests started in them, it thought they were too similar. And so it was just running the first one over again.
So I am running... I am clicking on Start Ceremony.
Hmm.
And I'm afraid I'm not getting any blindness or nausea.
It might be that your OnTell command doesn't match what the chieftain is saying.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, we're a bit...
Nonetheless.
Yeah, we're a bit pressed for time, so I'm just going to keep that as is for now. An RPG is a very large thing to build and takes lots of testing and lots of tweaking, and that's why Bethesda games have so many bugs, because they do take a very long time.
They're very large.
Anyway, the next thing in the story that we want to happen is we want the user to wake up and all disaster has happened and they need to leave the castle and find a specific person. So I'm going to pop an NPC in. Just spawn an NPC. I need world builder permissions to do it. And we'll have the NPC say something like, the chieftain has disappeared. I can't spell disappeared. It's one of my least favourite words to spell. The chieftain has disappeared. It looks like we were attacked by some unnatural force of some sort. No one knows what to do, but the caretaker might. He's got a croft, which is a Scottish farm. You know, very small, very traditional. He's got a croft on the other side of the loch. And we're going to go into advanced settings. We're going to add a button. No, we're going to add an on-exit command. And this is going to be another one of our triggers to start a quest. So /tell @p. And it needs to be something... I realise now that it needs to be something that's very unique. So what we'll do is we'll just keep it, rather than say quest started at the start, we'll just call it the name of the quest. So this will be Minecraft. Sorry. Terrible pun, but I love it. I amuse myself. Anyway, the NPC will take us, well, tell us to do that. Let's update the code builder for it. So we're going to have another quest function. So we're going to go back into functions. We're going to make a function. And this function is going to be something like...
Minecraft?
No, it's going to be run quest 3. Something quite dull. It's just going to be run quest 3. And all we're going to do is we're just going to say, we're going to put the quest text across the screen again. So we go back into gameplay, scroll down to show nearest player, title, subtitle. And we'll change nearest player to be yourself, and the title will be Minecraft. And the instructions for the quest are: find the caretaker. Well, find the caretaker's croft on the other. We might not have enough space to write a whole long sentence, so I might shorten a bit. Say, find the caretaker's croft over the lock. That's just a nice simple one there. And of course we need to get this to run. So run quest 3. Well, we need the OnTell command again, so let's go back to player. Let's find the OnTell command. And we used, on the NPC, we used the text Minecraft, didn't we?
I believe so.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh to myself, but I am. And yeah, when the OnTell command Minecraft happens, we need to run, so functions, we need to call run quest 3. There we are. Let's click play. Let's go back into non-world builder mode. So world builder is off, so I can talk to the NPC. The chieftain has disappeared. It looks like we were attacked by some unnatural force of some sort. Let's exit this. And we've started the Minecraft quest. So, have you got that quest done?
I've clicked on the NPC. They've whispered Minecraft. However, for some reason, I'm not getting the start of the Minecraft quest. Perhaps I've got a standby. I may have a problem with. Let's have a look.
I wonder if this is one of those.
Minecraft with a capital M, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some strange reason, I'm not getting that.
I wonder if it's because it's got two of us in the same world, it's getting a bit confused about who it's sending the message to.
It could be. Nonetheless, I'll follow you.
Yeah, and again, we've only got an hour for TechnoLive, and that's never really enough to fully debug something. But no. Imagine you're coming out in a stormy night. We could actually even set it to night as one of the part of the quest. Oh, and there's a spider in the boat. That's inconvenient. Hello there. You're kind of ruining my game here.
I think that was the one that was attacking me at the start of the stream. It's come to get revenge.
Oh, it's a spider and a rabbit.
Oh, just amalgamated into one thing. That's.
Oh well, we'll just make another boat. I mean, they're having a nice day over there. We're not going to spoil it. So no. I think you can get in as well. I think they've updated in recent years to get 2 people in a boat.
Let's have a. Oh, I mean, it would probably help if I didn't fall in. Hang on. Right click, right?
I think so.
I'm right clicking. Don't seem to be getting in the.
Well, in that case.
Oh no, I'm in. I'm in.
Okay.
Off we go.
Off we go. So across the lock. If anyone's interested in how I built this world, there is a guide over. Well, not a guide. There's a live stream of me actually building it on the Techno Clubs YouTube channel. It's left shift to get out. So we're over at the croft. Now, here's an interesting bug, actually. So this was meant to be a fish, a series of fish drying racks. And I actually made this in the Java version of the game and imported it over into the education version. But obviously, when I did set it, something in the Java version must have not translated across properly. Because it weren't meant to be flat against the thing, but now the data has changed on them, so they're up against an invisible block.
Yeah, they're like little picture frames.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cool, and I kept it like that because I thought, why not?
Well, yeah, no, of course.
Anyway, we're at the croft, and oh no, I can't get in. I mean, we could mine our way in, but we want to add some intrigue to it. So let me put up a sign that I forgot. I'm not in. Probably in pub.
Of course. Although probably not currently.
Probably not currently. No, but still. We need to... we obviously can't get in to investigate the croft, and we can't talk to the caretaker, so we need to go and visit the pub. So, let us go and do that.
Let's go. Back in the boat?
Back in the boat. Bye. You'll have to swim.
I'm going to have to swim.
I got fed up waiting for you.
It's fine. Let's see if I can bring in my own boat. Excellent.
It better be a spruce boat to fit with the aesthetic of the world I've built.
I believe it is. Is it not? It's not.
Oh, it's an oak boat. How dare you? How dare you ruin my aesthetic? Anyway, here we are at a lovely little fishing village next to the harbour. I mean, in your own time, you could probably fill out all of these buildings and give them nice little interiors. And if you're doing an RPG, like Skyrim, you could have chests that you could loot, or people to steal from if you want to be mean, or things like that. But instead, we're just going to head straight into the pub, and they've got some banners out because it is, after all, Burns Night. And there's no NPC. So let's fix that. Let's add an NPC. Oh, I've added them on the table.
There we are.
Pick an appearance, and this could be the innkeeper. And the innkeeper could say something like, maybe a quote from my favourite Scottish movie, which is Whiskey Galore. There's no whiskey. But, you could really flesh us out with a load of characters. You could have NPCs around all the tables, enjoying themselves. But in our story, the what's his face? Caretaker isn't there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get the player to ask the innkeeper about the caretaker. So let's add a command and make it a button mode command. And it'll be just, the question will be caretaker, ? And, the innkeeper could say he's not here or something like that. But, long short of it, we're going to get the innkeeper, to give the user, the player, a key. So let me close that down for a second. And we'll find an item that can represent a key to the caretaker's house. Can you think of an item, Dan?
Ooh. Key.
What looks like a key?
What have we got? So let's take a look.
Could use an arrow. A trident, maybe?
A trident would probably be the closest that we're going to get.
It's a bit big for a key.
It is quite gigantic. Could use an axe.
Yeah, I don't like using tools because often you find you'll press the wrong button, and rather than triggering the code, it ends
It'll just destroy it.
Destroy the world. Tell you what, we'll use... I was going to say flint and... Sorry.
How about a tripwire hook?
I don't know whether that counts as an item, but we can see. We'll look in Code Builder. But tripwire hook is a good shout, actually. That's got a very good key look to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the innkeeper to give the player a tripwire hook. So we're going to do /give at P for the nearest player. We'll have some... I don't know whether this is going to work. Let's hope it does. Let's just try the word tripwire. It's a little bit tricky with Minecraft working out what words trigger what blocks and what items. And there's one way of telling, and that's to see what the autocomplete command thinks. So if I exit out of that and press / to bring up the command menu, and I type give, let's go JR for now for my user, it's got the names of all the blocks that it understands. So let's see if tripwire hook is there. It is there, and it's got an underscore. So it's tripwire _ hook. So I need to actually change what I wrote for the NPC. Rather than give at P tripwire, it's tripwire _ hook. And hopefully that works. Let me clear my inventory just to check it does.
I was just doing the same.
There's no whiskey. What about the caretaker? I didn't get anything, did you?
I didn't get anything.
Oh, I didn't understand that. Did you get anything then?
No, nothing.
What's going on with you? /give at P trip. Oh, it's because I got the NPC to try and give us a tripwire hook.
Oh, I see.
Not a tripwire hook. Is tripwire a piece of software? I don't know. There's no whiskey. What about the caretaker? He's not in, but here's his key. And now we've got a tripwire hook. So, I noticed we're past the time, but I just want to squeeze in one last command. One last quest, action. And that's to get us into the croft, so I'm just heading over there now. We're going to have it so that when you use the tripwire hook on the door, it opens. And the easiest way to do that is actually put a redstone block or a redstone torch underneath the door to turn it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine down, actually delete the whole thing, to find this position, which is minus 1,480, 65 minus 510. Okay, I need to hopefully remember that. And what we're going to do to get that door to open is we're going to have it so that when the player uses the tripwire hook. Oh, hi, whoever's in chat. Nice to hear from you. Sorry that we're just about to finish up. But remember, if you do want to watch it back, you can always watch it on YouTube or on our website. Anyway, player on item used. We're going to change that item out to hopefully be the tripwire hook if it's in here. If not, we'll have to get the NPC to give something else. You know what, Dan?
Is it not in there?
It's not in here. Yeah, no, it's not in here.
Definitely not there.
We'll use Trident then, because it's the one that does look almost like a key.
It is, yeah.
And obviously we'll go back and update that NPC to give a Trident instead of a tripwire hook. But yeah, that's all about testing and tweaking and having fun with making sure our game works. And what we're going to do when the Trident is used, we're going to put a redstone block underneath the door. So let's go blocks. And we're going to use this place block at function. Sorry, command. And let's change this out. We don't want to put grass under there because that'll be kind of useless. We want to put block of redstone. I'm not sure when they added blocks of redstone into Minecraft, but I don't know. I'm just happy with redstone torches. It makes more sense to me, but I think that's just me getting old. These young'uns have changed my game. Anyway. And again, we don't want to place a a relative position. We want to place it a world position. So let's go positions and world. And here we're going to type the position of the block underneath the door, which was minus 1000. I've forgotten it. Do you remember at all?
Let me go down there and find out. It's minus 1480, 65,
65,
minus 510.
510. So when we use the Trident, it places a redstone block underneath the door, which should open it up because it's an iron door. Let's give that a go. So we're leaving it blank. Oh, hello, chicken. Goodbye, chicken. So we can test it out. Do you want to do the honours or shall I?
Let me give it a go. So, allow me to equip a trident. Excellent. Okay, I now have a trident.
Marvelous.
So, let's give it a go. Oh, hello.
Is it shouting an error?
Well, I'm attempting to use the trident to open the door, and I'm getting nowhere.
Try the other click.
No.
Hmm.
Do you want to give it a go, perhaps?
Oh, we've been beset by errors today. Oh, it worked for me.
Did it?
Yeah, but the redstone block didn't do anything. I think that's my fault for not understanding how redstone block works. Let's delete that and change that to a redstone torch, where I'm much more familiar. I thought a redstone block gave out a redstone signal, does it not? Let's change that to a redstone torch. There we are. That does work. So yeah, the user will use the key, and I say key, it's actually a trident. And that opens the door. And you get to go into the croft and explore and find that the caretaker has vanished. So you don't know where the chieftain is, you don't know where the caretaker is, and there's been some supernatural event that's leading you somewhere. And that's going to be the main quest of our story, but I'm afraid that'll have to wait for now because we're out of time. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you want us to carry on this story, maybe in a month or two or a few weeks or whenever, please let us know down in the comments or down in the chat, and we will see about continuing it. In any case, remember that we have a website available at bit.ly/technoclubs. A copy of the stream should be up on there in the next few days. Also, a copy of this world. So if you want to explore the same world that we've been doing, maybe flesh out with some really interesting characters, then the place to find it will be bit.ly/technoclubs.
Excellent.
Remember that we do have some Techno Clubs that you can sign up for. The sign-ups for this term's clubs are now closed, but if you want to get a nice head start on signing up for next term's clubs, then the time to do that is now. So keep an eye on the website for those links. And in any case, that's it from me. And Dan?
Thank you very much, Jack.
No worries.
And thank you all for tuning in today.
And thank you for all your help and all the bug fixing.
Of course.
In any case, goodbye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.